people that say, well, I did this once because I watched the YouTube video and that didn't work.
My meditation and Tai Chi teacher just sort of said, oh, you're struggling with some anxiety. I learned this technique on a beach. This is like the early 2000s. This was like, it cost her a lot of money to do back then. And I had a euphoric experience because Justin knows, like, when when you do tapping, it's like, whoa, you can yawn, you have tear ducts open sometimes, you're not crying, something's happening. It's like some energy is moving. This is a positive thing. And it was a great experience the first time. But then I thought, brilliant, this is going to be great. This is going to be easy. I'll just be using this technique and I'm going to manifest anything I want and I'm going to be moving forward and it's going to be great. Except it wasn't as great when I worked on myself, because the unconscious does something called sabotage. Why does the unconscious sabotage? Because the unconscious doesn't want to go to these new places. The unconscious
it's not familiar. It's scary.
It's stuck in what it knows. And you remember what I said before? We're always stuck in what we know. So when you're working with a practitioner, when you're working with someone, they're coaching you in order to be able to move forward to the outcome that you wish to be moving towards too. And they're going to hold you accountable even more so than yourself. So you've got a double dose. If you're fully accountable and you're working with a coach who's helping you to become accountable, it's like 200% accountability. You're going to be moving further towards your outcome. I had experiences like this, but I would say deeply intuitively that I knew that it was an unconscious issue and I knew that I had to continue to address the unconscious. Nobody's issue is ever too big. Like, literally, we've talked about this in the last few weeks about small steps. It may be that what you're trying to do is use this technique on something that's, an enormous issue. And you're able to maybe do 5% effect on what it is. And then you can go, well, it doesn't work. It's 5%. I haven't got anywhere. That was my experience when I started doing it by myself. And it wasn't until I worked with practitioners did I start getting real sort of shifts forward. And I started then beginning to understand my brain, how to be able to move forward, how to coach myself. This is something that I do actually, which is I say I coach people to coach themselves. And so you can begin to, there's a good phrase, which is learn how to master your mind rather than have your mind master you.
Right.
Because the mind wants to master us all of the time. It's constantly trying to sort of be boss. And do understand that when some people come into this, they'll go, well, I've tried it. It's no good. And it may be that literally you're so toxic with so much stuff that it would